Now, Brittany is a different situation. Brittany does not want to be in the situation she's in. Brittany has come out and said it herself. So I asked Beyonce, what do you like? You've never come out and said anything like this. And she said, if it was true, I'd say it. Why wouldn't I? She said, why wouldn't I in this day and age? If this was true and if I didn't like my life, why wouldn't I? Why would I keep it a secret? What reason do I have to hide it? He got shooters, I got shooters. His shooters are my shooters. That's what Beyonce told me. She was like, it doesn't even make any sense. And I'm still trying to figure out where Tina Knowles exposed Jay-Z.
Started popping up about Jay-Z's controlling ways. How does Beyonce's
Thank you,
mom
Sir
Tina
Smiles.
feel
I
about
appreciate
all
it.
this? Is she worried that Jay is keeping
Thank
Beyonce
you.
on drugs? Well, it's interesting that back in 2021, Tina publicly defended
Yes.
Jay after fans expressed concern over Jay being controlling and constantly rubbing Beyonce's leg when they're in public. Tina took to her Instagram to defend her son-in-law and wrote, "When you love someone and like them, you just want to touch them. For those of you who don't understand, try it sometimes. It works."
Since when do we have a problem with a man touching his wife? That's a problem? So damn, you damned if you do and you damned if you don't. If they out and they not touching, things seem frigid between the Carter, whatever her name is, the Knowles Carters. Things seem frigid. But then he rubbing on her leg, now he controlling. I mean, white people are so uncomfortable with black affection. It's maddening to me. With black people being in love with each other, it is maddening to me. As a formerly married woman in a black neighborhood, in a white neighborhood, I will tell you, they are uncomfortable. Even as a mother, they are uncomfortable with the amount of affection I give my daughter in public. White people want to see me chastise my daughter. They want to see me, don't do that, sit down. No, 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 no. We don't speak to each other that way, not in public at least. They get uncomfortable with the amount of affection I give my daughter and rubbing her hair and holding her hand and loving all over her. They don't want to see us love each other. Do you hear me? And we take what they say with so much value that it changes how we feel about ourselves. Let me get there. I'm not going to
Also,
jump in there
slammed
yet.
fans who said Beyonce has anxiety, and she called them comical for turning something good and healthy into something that it's not. If someone has anxiety, then it's great for their partner to touch them to calm and reassure them. That's a beautiful thing, Tina wrote. It just happens to not be the case here. However, Tina is now allegedly becoming worried because the rumors of
If you got to hang out with Beyonce, wouldn't you be touching all over her?
about Jay-Z drugging and controlling Beyonce are getting louder by the day. The Beehive even recently started the Free Beyonce hashtag on Twitter, and many of them are saying Tina needs to help her daughter escape the clutches of her controlling husband. My most anticipated divorce for real. This has to happen at some point.
I'm going to let you take a look at this real quick because I want you to look at the picture and I want you to look at what is being said. And I don't care who's in this room because this is my house. Okay? The biggest enemy of every white woman on the planet is a black woman. They want to be you. They want to be like you. They want to have what you have. They want to know what you know. And for a white woman to sit here and talk about a black couple this way makes me want to punch her in the fucking face. And for the woman who is narrating this to sound so much like a white woman and to use Tina Knowles in this story in her face. Y'all, I'm trying not to jump to the end.
One fan tweeted, "He was a grown-ass man and met her when she was 18. She literally spent most of her life with him, gave him children, and I don't buy she's happy after he cheated. Probably staying together because of the kids. Free Beyonce." Another fan shared a video clip from the Grammys showing Beyonce saying no after
That bitch said that was the most anticipated divorce. She said, I don't give a fuck about Donald and Melania. She said this is the most anticipated divorce. What? I just feel like there's some lines we have to draw when it comes to our couples in our community and people that support our causes. Because these are people who've supported our causes and taken care of us and represented us. They are not disconnected. They've done things behind the scenes and undercover to push the black culture forward, to push black politics, to make sure that we get seats at tables and representation, and unapologetically, at the risk of their own lives and their own careers and their own livelihoods and that of their children and their great grandchildren. I just wouldn't talk like this about somebody of a culture like black people who've worked so hard to build families. I wouldn't open my mouth and say something like this about a culture that has gone through what this culture has gone through to have families. And especially in the culture of entertainment where black men don't choose black women and black women aren't allowed to choose black men. I just think she should keep her fucking mouth shut, and I want to see her in the street. Because her mom and daddy divorced don't mean everybody else got to be. You feel me? Excuse me. I think that there are times when people need to get divorces, but if you choose to stay together, more power to you. If that's what you want, then I'm here for it. Excuse me. Excuse me. But I think that with black people, we don't protect our culture enough when it comes to things like this. That something like this, that even a person who narrated this would feel comfortable speaking about our people like this. Our Michelle and Barack. I can't stand them politically. Excuse me. Barack and Michelle could eat my ass politically. I can't stand that one of them. But they're a black couple. So you can't talk about them. Just like my mom and daddy. They were married for 40 years. Their marriage wasn't shit, but that was my mom and daddy. And they was together to the day they died. You can't say shit about them. I can, but you can't. It's just like that. So I think that there's a fence that we need to put around our culture so that these kinds of things can't just be said. My most anticipated divorce for real. This is a white woman who wants to see Beyoncé divorced. And then what is she? A baby mama? Then what is she? A welfare queen? Then what is she? Somebody who needs to be saved? Then what is she? There's a level of protection that we need to have when it comes to our culture and our celebrities who act right, the ones who act right.
Man and met her when she was 18. She literally spent most of her life with him, gave him children, and I don't buy she's happy after he cheated. Probably staying together because of the kids. Free Beyonce. Another fan shared a video clip from the Grammys showing Beyonce saying no after Jay offered her a drink and wrote, Jay-Z's gesture after Beyonce said no is an indicator he likes controlling her. And she
What was the gesture? He offered her a drink. She said no. He offered her again. She laughed and he put the drink down. I think he drank it and set it down. I mean, most men are controlling their women by saying you can't drink. Please help me understand. Am I misunderstanding that? Don't most men tell women you can't drink, you can't wear that, you can't do that? Most men who are controlling aren't slipping alcohol to their woman. It's quite the opposite, if I understand correctly. I'm putting up your agreeds late because I like them right now. You feel me? I'm not saying he is and I'm not saying he isn't. I'm just saying we got to understand how we allow ourselves to be portrayed in the media and how we allow stories to be told about us and we allow keywords that trigger our psyche and our issues. You feel me?